Okay, welcome to the demonstration from Nemesis on trigger pull. What we're going to do is demonstrate trigger pull and firearm movement by measuring electrical activity in the shooter's arm. So first we need to log on here. Okay, now you can see that we support the concept of shooting sessions, resources, which are rifles, optics, ammunition, things like that. We have biometrics, and we can set up the environment parameters for the day. Right now we just care about biometrics. And we can go ahead and we can choose which biometric we want to monitor, or sets of biometrics, and we can go ahead and start tracking. Okay, now you can see here that we can track video, which is the shooter's face and eye movement. We can track audio local to the shooter, often an iPhone or an iPod. We can go ahead and look at the heart rate. We can look at the firearm movement and the X, Y, and the Z. We can look at the skin response, see what kind of stress the shooter is actually under, and we can go ahead and look at trigger pull. So for right now, we just care about trigger pull. So what we're going to do is start up the application, and we do that by doing this. And you can see there are a number of things that we can do here, but we just care about biometric track. And those are the different biometric parameters that we can monitor. We care about EMG, which is muscle. And we're connecting to this server over Wi-Fi. And it's going to take maybe 10-15 seconds while the signal actually stabilizes. We're actually looking for the DC component so that we know what a good 0 point is. Okay, so we're up and we're running. Now, if you look at the orange line is actually the trigger finger, and the top is actually the movement of the firearm itself. So what we want to do is, got my Glock here, and you can see when I brought the hammer back, you saw that the weapon actually moved at the top there, and you saw that the trigger, my trigger finger moved because the weapon moved. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply steady pressure. You can see that there's me applying pressure, and if I go ahead and pull back, that's an example of good trigger pull. Now we'll go ahead and we'll just let things settle out. And if I go ahead and if I pull it back really rapidly, you saw there was no surrounding pulses really, and you saw a quick spike. And so that's the way you tell whether the person is actually pressing or whether the way that the person is actually jerking the weapon. Now how do we do that? What we did was we monitored the electrical impulses in the muscles. And we did that by this little device here. This little device here is connected here through these electrodes. And through these electrodes, what it's doing is it's reading the electrical impulses. So you see, as if I wiggle my finger here like this, you can actually watch the impulses being recorded. And that's the way we do it. And that's it.